Ладно, друзья, привет, с вами Леон, продолжаем проходить Игру престолов.
A dear friend, in fact. Thank you, my lady. And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own.
Продолжается первая глава, хочу понять.
And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the royal sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this if you were not. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you.
Маргари оценила ваш предательство. И била здесь Маргари.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
You can do this.
Так, опять вот их по одной части буду двигаться. Буду двигаться. А, под тектоны сейчас могу двигаться. Я вот в картине могу никуда поворачивать. Все, да.
Ah, Lady Marjorie, aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Это карлик вообще.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I will speak truly, Your Grace.
I should hope so. Speak falsely, and it'll be worse.
Перед кем кланясь голову или
Forrester is
чествовать
a
на
northern
колено.
house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Вот, давайте скажем вот
Joffrey
это
is
вот.
the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet,
Серсея
for
запомнить
centuries
это.
the Forresters have been loyal bannermen
Согласен.
to House Stark. A
Такое она
house of
точно
traitors.
запомнит. Так.
They are noble, not traitors, Your Grace.
Oh, you northern girls tire me. Always quick to make your opinion known, with no thought or consideration
Ваш
for your
опять
proper place.
удовлетворил
Lady
ее.
Mira is northern, Your Grace, and new to King's Landing and its politics. She speaks her mind, but means no offense, Your Grace.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Новых
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey, If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve.
Пацан что не мой, что ли?
Rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would.
girl answer the question. Go on.
The king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton.
Да.
We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Лучше было бы
Rather
промолчать,
odd,
конечно,
if
ну
that's
ладно.
what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
Все прошло хорошо.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady
Возможно.
Marjorie can make the right introductions.
Виноград,
Who
еще
knows?
вот
We
в
might meet our future
уши
husbands.
лежит виноград или что-то лежит.
Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be
Кстати,
like.
видел. Вот видите, это как виноград
Would you
красный
marry
выводит
Joffrey
как
if
какие-то
it meant you'd
мозги.
become queen?
Ужасно
He
выглядит.
does have a certain look about
Да.
him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well, which
Либо
is more than you
семьи.
can say for his mother.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right, of course. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well? Sarah?
Ничего
I
не
told her
делаю.
to stop, my lady.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly.
Мало из нашу преданность.
You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Не знаю, просить о помощи, не просить ее о помощи. Сложный выбор, очень сложный выбор. Ой. Если бы делал бы стрим, ребят, может, вы мне бы подсказали, что делать. А так, не знаю, даже что выбрать. Наверное, я выберу... Не просите о помощи.
My mother wanted me to ask a favor of you, for my family. But as you said, you're in a delicate position now with the wedding so near. And I would never want to jeopardize that.
Soon I will be queen. And maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now we must both be cautious.
Так. Можно справиться.
My family is strong, my lady. Don't let it trouble you. I know they will find a way to prevail.
Отлично. Королевский тракт, Волчий лес. По-моему, опять раз нашего сборки уже зовут. Но мне этот персонаж пока больше всех понравился. Ну да.
Seven hells.
Что это происходит?
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Так, я так понял, можно высовываться, но главное, чтобы нас не заметили.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have full enough practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Что-то надо что-то делать.
I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these Forresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen. There.
Так,
Hear that? I know I heard something.
бежать. Лучше пока убежать, думаю. Я нужно остаться на месте. Это какая-то интересная битва. Ну ладно. Я как всегда что-нибудь выбрал.
Lord Итан, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forrester lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good.
Так.
He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forrester lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forrester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you trick, son of a whore. Move! Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
А сейчас нас судить дадут.
I was only trying to survive. Lord Ethan.
Кто-то человек, ну...
Missed.
Мастер.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief. This house is doomed! We all fucking know it! Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them. 2 shields and 3 spears.
Is what Sir Royland said true?
Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right. He speaks true. I've a family to feed. And not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter. You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not
Тогда
permit
нам
it.
будем делать выбор. Сложный, наверное, выбор. Я уверен, что надо будет сделать выбор. Просто уверен.
I will decide.
Take his fingers. He's a thief. If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It'll be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Давайте ему этим 3 пальца, так он по рассказу отводит ему 3 пальца.
I, Ethan of House Forrester, Lord of Ironrath, name you a thief. The price for your crime is 3 of your fingers.
No, please, my lord! My lord, please! Please, no! My lord, normally it is the Lord's duty to carry out the sentence. But I am willing to carry it out.
Я сделаю это.
I will carry out the sentence.
This is injustice, my lord!
Да не, мне кажется, справедливо. Так, главное прицелиться хорошо, а то сейчас бы еще все пальцы отрежу. Ему.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must meet our punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course. You can weigh on any lord.
Там будет... О, блин, кто хотел выбрать?
It didn't bother me.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom.
Maester, that is what the small council is for.
My lord, you of all people should know that too many voices muddy the message. That is why there is one lord above all. And so there must be one advisor above the rest. There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job.
Ну, ради нравится. Хотя я бы сказал, что прям по графике блещет, но сама игра, сама задумка очень мне понравилась, сама идея.
The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Окей. Так, надо это смотреться здесь. Эти два чела здесь и смотримся. Вот щит, к примеру, можно смотреть. Даже когда-нибудь Рио, давайте с ним поговорим.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
I'm honored.
Вы оставили своего брата довольным. Отлично.
Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them. Enemies. Talia told me what it means.
Any man who betrays our family, who becomes a danger to you or Talia, that is my enemy.
Then I'm glad you punished him. Men like him killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Согласен. Надо сейчас смотреть. Посмотрим. Никаких комментариев даже не отдает. Мне кажется, смотрите, когда я нажимаю Shift, он идет как-то быстрее. То есть, давайте будем Shift нажимать, мне кажется, будет быстрее. Так, можно в башню идти. Давайте еще... Ладно, еще в башню пойдем. Это будет интересно, это интересно. За тавтологию. Надо просто посмотреть. Обзор. Интересного нету. Мастер Ортенгрин. Господи.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Да.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Блин, ну не люблю я такие выборы. Ну вот кого выбрать, хрен его знает. Вот давайте телку выберем и пусть идут себе с Богом. Блин, Дункан и Ройланд. Давайте Ройланда выберем.
Sir Royland de Gore, you will be my sentinel.
Gods be praised. You've done well, Lord Ethan. You won't regret this.
A poor choice, my lord. Forgive me for saying so, but it's true.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
My scouts say he's a day's ride away. We've no time to waste. He'll arrive before any of our allies could be here.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can handle Ramsay Snow. He doesn't scare me.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls.
Quiet, Tuttle. You're not the Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the small council, is it not? Lord Ithan should hear from all of us.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand. Put every man who can hold a spear or crossbow on the wall, and make the bastard fill his boots with piss.
He would see it for the empty gesture that it is, and have us flayed. We must take a measured approach, my lord.
Gentlemen, please.
We all must agree on the plan. We cannot leave until we have a consensus.
Ugh.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough.
Мы дадим бой. Конечно же, бой. Что за игра престолов без боя? Какое соглашение.
But our men are willing to take on this fight.
Бой.
I think Ramsay Snow will see that too.
They may be willing, but are they able, my lord?
My lord, casting aside diplomacy means giving up our best chance to come through this safely.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
We don't have enough soldiers to strike fear in a madman like Ramsay Snow. Invite him into this hall and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Правильно.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
Я вот честно говоря,
Не
знаю, где лучше было бы
Ну,
выбрал, что выпал уже.
But you are far too young to be the lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Тише.
Sit down.
Я только хотел выбрать.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
No matter what, I will stand beside you, my lord, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, you have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. What about your brother, Asher?
You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for
Знаете, нам
it.
уже битву давать здесь с ними.
He always
уже
protected
завтра
you and your
будет.
sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Такой вот, да.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Я имею в виду, завтра будет по
Do you
игровому
remember the
времени.
miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but
Asher
you do
опасен.
not have that anger inside you.
Asher is dangerous and unpredictable. His presence could help or hurt.
Having another sword at your side always helps, especially now. I'm trying to do what's best for this family, what this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Асос. Мау кальман. Даже вот отправить. Ладно, вас его отправим.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Леди Форрестер это запомнит.
Thank you, Ethan.
Отлично.
I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Окей. Ну что ж, ребята, на этом давайте мы пока что закончим. В следующей части нам придется проходить первую главу. Удачи вам и пока. Всем пока.